of the village committees. Abdunjai, GRTS.
The government of the Gambia, through the Ministry of Finance and Economic Affairs and the Central Bank of the Gambia, has been hosting the 2013 end-of-year statutory meetings of the West Africa monetary institutions. That meeting, as Uminja reports, was preceded by the 15th meeting of the College of Supervisors of the West Africa Monetary Zone.
The monetary policy will be strong so that we will be able to foresee or name any financial crisis that might happen in the sub-region. We also, if you have the single currency, you know that we'll be able to fight against outside currency depreciation issues, because the currency will be strong and to be able to even operate in the wider financial system without much problems.
Contributing to the consistent implementation of West African Monetary Zone's directives, facilitating the exchange of information, views and assessments among supervisors to enhance the efficiency and effectiveness of the supervision of institutions on consolidated basis, and enabling supervisors to develop a common understanding of the risk profile of a banking group as a starting point for risk-based supervision. This is the reason for the formation of the College of Supervisors under the West African Monetary Zone. The College of Supervisors was formally established by the central banks of the Gambia, Ghana, Liberia, Nigeria and Sierra Leone following the signing of the charter in August 2010, and the decision to establish the college was consistent with international efforts at improving global financial stability and was also anchored on enhancing cooperation, information sharing and coordination amongst bank supervisors in the West African Monetary Zone. And here in Banjul, the 15th meeting of the College of Supervisors of the West African Monetary Zone is ongoing. The synergy brought together college supervisors across the West African Monetary Zone to look at ways of strengthening and supervising cross-border operations through consolidated supervision and promotes greater cooperation among supervisors in the West African Monetary Zone.
In the aftermath of the 2007 financial crisis, one thing that came to light was that the financial sector of the global financial system, the financial institutions are interlinked. But then we realized that the way the supervision is done is the link. So based on that background, the authorities felt that there should be a linkage between the financial supervisory authorities within the sub-region. That was why the College of Supervisors was formally formed in this very country here.
The aim of the College of Supervisors is to facilitate sharing of information amongst member states, member supervisors, in order to ensure that financial stability is maintained in the sub-region. It also to facilitate cross-border supervision through consolidated supervision. By that I mean that, you know, banks are established across the regions, and we have to make sure that what happens everywhere is we have a handle over it. So by coming together to do joint examinations, we are able to unearth issues that might crop up in one area so that we can nip it in the bud before it creates a problem for the region.
In the Gambia, the Central Bank of the Gambia has been conducting joint on-site examination exercises of banks with parents in Nigeria, with examiners from the Central Bank of Nigeria. I'm glad to inform this August gathering that such banks are comprehensively examined and the report shared with the relevant stakeholders.
It is hoped that at the end of the meeting, participants will develop roadmaps for the implementation of international standards such as risk-based supervision and financial reporting, whilst ensuring safety in banking systems within West African monetary institutions. Uminjai, GRTS.
The road network in the country's outer post settlement of Basse is in the process of being transformed, but that has impacted little on the use of the popular motorbikes in the town. Amadou Bajan takes a closer look at the popularity of the widely used motorbikes in Basse.
The two-wheel transporter is most widely used in Basse, which in fact has the highest number of motorbikes in the Gambia. The story of Basse's motorbikes is one that can be related from different perspectives as far as Kekoy Koma is concerned. Sitting at a roadside motorbikes mechanic workshop in anticipation of servicing his bike, Kekoy, a motorbike enthusiast, shares his views and experiences regarding Basse and its unending traffic flow of motorbikes. As a motorbike lover for quite some time now, Kekoy explains some of the issues surrounding motorbikes in his native Basse. Unlike other consumer goods which have a one-off usage, motorbikes stay with their owners for some time, if not a lifetime. Due to this and other reasons such as safety and security, proper maintenance of motorbikes is required. This has prompted the increasing operation of motorbike workshops in Basse, such as this one run by Siaka Jabi. In this rapidly booming town with numerous motorbikes, women are not left out in happy rides. They are also often seen in two-wheel engines, including scooters. Kanifing municipality, which harbors the largest number of non-Gambians, did not attract Chima Opi, a Nigerian motorbike dealer. In spite of all the socio-economic and other activities of the municipality, Obi chooses to operate far inland in Basse for obvious reasons. If the Greater Banjul area has more cars in the Gambia, then URR and Basse particularly can boast of harboring the largest concentration of motorbikes in the country. In so long as the two-wheel engines dominate most of Basse's traffic, road safety is one thing that must not solely be compromised. Modu Bajan, Grts News.
Bangkok is a city on a lockdown as opposition demonstrators demand cancellation of proposed early elections scheduled for February, and prosecutors in Cambodia question the leader of the opposition Cambodia Rescue Party. More on those stories and others later after this short break.
The lowest international call rates ever.
Yes, you heard it. Chromium offers you the lowest international tariff ever.
Lower than anywhere else.
Chromium Super Save.
Only from Chromium.
Now is the time to call family and friends all over the world at rates you can definitely afford. You the lowest international call rates ever.
Name your country and we got the lowest rates to that destination.
One of the many reasons we say your credit lasts longer with Chromium.
Chromium. We are better together.
Welcome back. Guinea-Conakry has a new National Assembly Speaker. The parliamentary chief has begun the process of outlining his priorities for the country. Claude Kobi Kondiano says the new Guinean parliament will prioritize debates over some important draft bills. The election of the 71-year-old former banker to the new post has been welcomed by members of the opposition. We have details in this report.
His supporters came to congratulate him at home, only 24 hours after his election as Speaker or head of the Ghanaian Parliament. But Claude Kobi Kondiano is already at work. The new Speaker of the National Assembly is already holding meetings to name people to posts in the Assembly, scheduled for Wednesday. He has announced his priorities. There are a certain number of draft bills waiting for us. The Constitutional Court and other institutions must be put in place. And there is perhaps also the issue of development, the development of Guinea. On Monday, during the inaugural session of the National Assembly in Conakry, Claude Kobi Kondiano, age 71, was elected as Speaker. He received 64 of 113 votes. The former banker, schooled at the Centre National des Arts et Métiers in Paris, is a member of the RPG, the party of President Alpha Condé. The opposition has spoken already. We hope that our friends on the other side will see to it that the Assembly remains a place for debates and not just a new structure that will be manipulated to serve the regime in place. The National Assembly stems from the elections of this past September 28th. It replaced the National Transition Council, the CNT, which officially halted all activity on Monday. It was a strong emotional moment for its members and especially for new Guinean deputies. Young people sacrificed their lives in demonstrations.